let's make a couple of 1880s bodices. Alright, so we have seen this fabric before. We have made a dress from it, directly copied from an original in my collection. So, I have this button. I have this skirt here, but I need an 1882, so an earlier than my 1885 bodice for this weekend. So I need to make a couple of different looks. So to be wealthy, I don't have the time to make a full leather outfit, so we're trying to make two different looks with two different bodices with this one skirt. So I've worn this plenty of times, but it's just a plain striped cotton fabric. It has some lace detail on it, which I don't think I even wear this lace, but I might have something similar we could trim with. So my thought process is, I have 2 more yards of this, and it's very wide, it's like 60 inches wide. I'm going to make a plain bodice, and I was going to save this for a maternity type dress. However, for natural form, I can make a basque bodice that's going to be the same fabric as the skirt, and I can just take out darts because that's supposed to be more of a loosely fitted thing. So I'll just take out the darts when it needs to be maternity and have, and that basically doubles. So we'll have that. I also want a totally different looking outfit without having to make a whole new outfit. So we're going to try to make a polonaise from this. I only have 2 yards of it. I don't think it's going to work, but I can document this exact size of polka dot, the color, everything to the 1880s. And so I really want to use it. I just don't know if we're going to be able to. If we can't, I have a paisley that is I mean, I can document paisleys that are very similar to this to the 1880s, but it's like the little bit later than 1882 that I'm going for. And the paisleys were a little bit bigger, so it's a little off, but it's close and it's what I have. So if I can't get what I want out of this, we will go for this. I am waiting for my pattern to print out, and as soon as it manages that, we can go right ahead and get to cutting on this and get to work. Alright, cutting all the pieces out. I cut the stripe out just as the pattern is, and for the paisley, because the stripe wouldn't work, I am cutting out 9 inches more because I want the polonaise to, go longer. I don't think I'm going to line either one of these. I want something that's kind of light. It's going to be warm this weekend. And I know we can get away with that lining the stripe. The polonaise, I'm not sure if I can get away with that or not. I was hoping to do this all on the original 1870s machine, but she's being a brat. So we are doing this on the modern machine. I just really don't have time to mess with Wilma today. I'm pretty sure her needle just got turned around a little bit because she's very finicky about the exact placement of her needle. So I will finish seams at a later date. I am not concerned about finishing seams right now. This is going to be a matter of make it wearable. All I have to worry about. Alright, with the pieces sewn together, I'm going to sew on the collar. I also did, iron over where the front goes, but I haven't sewn that yet. I think I'm going to change, the other one can be sewn to white, but I think I'm going to change to brown thread for this one before I do that. Scrap fabric. I think I'm going to cut a little facing for the hem on both of these. Alright, Alright, I have a bottom facing and some sleeves to stitch on. Sleeves. Alright, for this one, I think I have one more sleeve, of course. And then I think we're at the point where we're at handwork with this one. And the other one, I just gotta put sleeves on, and then I think we'll also be at the point of handwork. So buttons, buttonholes, finishing the collar. This one needs to be gathered up the sides to kind of bustle it up since it's a polonaise. But yeah. Oh, darts. I keep reading about darts. I gotta do a fitting. Alright, hello. Technically it's after the event. And I did not get this one done. I wore the other bodice. But it was so rainy I ended up not wanting to go walking, so I didn't need a promenade gown. But I decided let's go ahead and get it finished, that way next time I'll already have it done and I don't have to stress about it. So we're finishing up the last little buttonhole. I'm already in my underwear, ready to do the filming. As soon as we get this done. Alright, let's go try some things on. Alright. Start with skirt, which has just been washed. And if you want to see the skirt made up, I do technically have a video on that because we made it directly off an original that I own. Which is why it's made so strangely. Because you have this and then this folds over top. And this is technically the back. I just don't have Rhett to help me right now. Now we're going to move this to the back carefully. Try not to move everything else along with it. There we go. I've lost weight since I've made this, and so it's a lot easier to turn around to the back now, which is super helpful. But yeah, you have these little, weird little pocket things, which is strange. Also, I do need to put a pocket in this dress at some point in time. But alright, let's start with this one, which is super simple. One day I'm going to get more of this lace and put it on these things. I didn't have time to order it, and all that just didn't work out. So down the road we will be trimming these things. Also, it's going to be a little bit tight because I didn't tighten my corset the way I normally do. And that's fine. So you might see a little bit of bunching and pulling. That's not terrible. I mean, yeah, it's bunching and pulling, but it's not awful. But yeah, that is bodice number one. Super simple. I love making up this pattern. This is a really nice pattern. And it puts together really, really well. I mean, I have the normal fitting things I always have to do with backs, because my back... That does sound like someone's coming to the door. Maybe it's delivery. My back curves in quite a bit, so it's not a straight down. It goes in and then goes back out. And so there's always like 2 or 3 inches that I need to take up. And I could even take up like right here. I could take up a little bit more. But that's starting to get where you get to the bustle part, so I'm going to leave it. But yes, that is that. I am going to have to make up this whole dress at some point, because it's a great natural form, around the house dress. So it would be great morning dress, like wrapper, and then have a morning dress and have like another. So I probably have fabric for that somewhere. I have something I could use to make up Allie somewhere, somehow. So I probably have more fabric to make up Allie at some point, but I don't need that right now, so I think my next one is going to have to be a 70s wrapper, because I don't technically have a mid-70s wrapper. I have a late 60s wrapper, which I've been using, but I don't really have a nice 70s wrapper. So one day we're going to go through that and make a gown like that. But yeah, I think this is a really great, and of course the darts will be super easy to take out if and when I get pregnant, and that will make a really nice maternity gown as well, super easy. And I think this pattern itself is going to really lend itself to making a really nice maternity dress. So I'll have to keep this one around, but it's very plain right now. So I think when I get the lace, we'll maybe put it around the collar and have it go down like this, and then maybe around there, and then of course put it on the sleeves as well. I think that's what we're going to do. If you have any other trim suggestions, I would like to hear them. I do technically have very tiny, it's like 1/4 inch antique edging type stuff that is this color, but it's just so tiny, and I think it would get lost in the stripes because it's basically the same color as this, but when it's wider and you get a little bit more of that detail. So, but yeah, I am thinking just right around here, down and across, and of course sleeves. So unless you have any other suggestions, I think that's what we're doing. So maybe we'll have a whole nother video on trimming the dresses at some point in time. It will probably end up falling into it. I have a bunch of 1880s projects. Let's do them all in this video because it will take me like 5 minutes to do the trimming. Because that is look number 1. Let's put on option number 2, which I haven't even tried on because we just finished the buttonholes. Well, of course it's undoing itself. But it is a really nice summer dress too because it's unlined. This was the longer one. And I'm still really wishing we had gotten to do the polka dot, because I think that'd be so cute with the stripe and the polka dot. I need to find some more cotton dotted fabric like that. That's brown. Because I'll make a whole nother polonaise. And make like a super long one and make a really nice polonaise with it. I would totally 100% do that. Okay, this one's fitting way better. And I measured the darts off one another. And this has the same... I never understand. I don't understand how it works. Okay, so there's a much longer polonaise. And what I'll likely do at some point is fold it up like this. Maybe further back. It'll be further back. Yes, like that. And so you'll get a little bustly bit back there. But yeah, that'll be down the row. Right now it's just a nice little simple bodice. Really full in the back. But yeah, I think because I can give it a little bit more space here. Yeah, that's how that's gonna work. And so that looks very similar to that one original. So pulling it back, yep, that'll be it. It'll look, make it even somewhat. There we go. That'll be that. And it'll look like that from the back. And I think that'll be a very nice little simple polonaise. I do wish it was about 5 inches longer. I think I added 5 inches to that bodice. I think it could be another 5 inches longer than that. So if I ever do find enough of the polka dot, we'll make a longer polonaise. But there we are. So a whole new set for the skirt. 2 different looks for a natural form. And I'm just impressed that I got as much as I got done as quickly as I did. So y'all don't always see my timeline, but I've known about this event since summer, and it's into March now. I've known about the event since the summer, and for some reason I thought it was 83 for the longest time. I don't know where I got that. But I was like, okay, 83, that's not so bad. I already have a whole, I had a whole evening dress for the silk. I had the whole shebang for that. I had this whole dress, with the other bodice. I was like, okay, the only thing I really need to do is make one more bodice for the skirt. I need to make a day bodice for the silk dress, a wrapper, and that's it. And maybe another bodice for the striped dress, which is this dress. And then late January, I was having a sewing weekend with one of the other ladies, and she's like, "Yeah, it's 82." And I looked at her, I was like, well, that changes quite a lot, because we're still in natural form in 82. So, I have no clothes. And we're a month and a half away from the event. I have nothing. Okay, I have 2 skirts. Because I messaged Marna, I was like, okay. I have 85 skirts, 83, 85 skirts, and an 82 event. She's like, yeah, the skirt shapes don't change very much. I'm like, awesome. Brilliant. We're golden. I don't want to make skirts. But I'm an officer's wife. I have to have multiple outfit changes. So, 2 new bodices for the silk dress. I need at least 1 bodice for the cotton dress. I ended up making 2. I did not wear the second one. But I would have if it was sunny. I would have finished this and made it up. I had to make a whole new wrapper. I hate combinations. And the closer I got to the event, I was like, I really don't want to wear these. So I made 2 chemises. And then I realized that the bustle pad I already had made it look like I had a lobster tail back there, because I already have enough back here naturally for natural form. I don't need an extra bustle, but they would have worn a bustle pad. So I was like, okay, now I gotta make a new bustle pad. Realized that my underpetticoat didn't fit, so I had to fix that. So it ended up being, I basically had to come up with a whole new wardrobe in a month and a half. But within that month and a half, a lot of things happened. Including an event that we were gone a week for and I had to prep a week for, and then people came over and had to spend a whole week cleaning the house, and other personal things that I'm not ready to share yet happened, and it was chaos. So I had maybe all of 4 days to get all of that put together. And so, yeah. It was more like 6 days, because I did technically get the overskirt to the silk dress done before things went chaotic. But then things went chaotic and I couldn't get anything done. And it has been a month. Going on 2 months now. It's getting better. It is. Hi, Bug. I know. Thank you. I know. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. You knew I needed that, didn't you? So, right before the event, I somehow pulled myself together. Because I had a week. And I couldn't get myself together for the first 2 days. And then after that, I was like, okay, I have 4 days left. I have to get this done. So I got it all done. Except for the buttonholes on this, and I took that with me. I got like 2 buttonholes done at the event. But it was raining the whole weekend, so I was like, you know what, I'm not going to worry about this. So I ended up not worrying about it. So, and then I ended up not wearing the evening bodice at all. Because no one else got their evening bodice done. We were up till 3 a.m. all together Friday night, cutting out a dress for one girl because she had nothing. Well, she had her chemise. And then I lent her a corset and underpinnings. And so we cut her out her dress, and she was wearing another girl's wrapper. But the girl was also wearing her other wrapper because she didn't have her dress done. And so it was a fun weekend. It was quite the weekend. So it wasn't just me who was struggling. It was everybody, because nobody had natural form clothes. So none of us young ladies had any natural form clothes. It was the first time any of us had done natural form. And so, yeah, we ended up I didn't even have to wear the evening bodice. But, you know, hindsight, I didn't know at the time. I thought I was going to need that evening bodice. We were hosting a dinner and doing all this evening activities. And I thought everyone else was going to have their stuff done. I thought I was the only one struggling over here. So I didn't have to spend the time doing that. But we did, and now it's done, which is a good thing. So next time, I've already told the girls, Garrison Days, if this is going to be a yearly thing, it's always going to have to be natural form. It doesn't always have to be 82. We can do 81 or 80 or even 79. I don't care. But from now on, Garrison Days is natural form because we went through this. All three of us. We went through this chaos. And now we have clothes. So from now on, Garrison Days is natural form. I was like, I don't care what the other guys say. That's just how it's going to work. Although I say that, but if we did later, I have later 80s stuff. I would, again, only have to make one more silk bodice and possibly, another polonaise, and that would be all I'd have to do. And if we did earlier 1870s, I have clothes for that. I have 2 cotton dresses. All I had to do is, for one of them, because one is a work dress, I would still need to make the wrapper that we talked about. But I have the overskirt for the sheer dress that I've never done. And then I have a really nice cotton dress. So I would need a little bit more. I would need an evening bodice of some sort, which I could probably, with that nice cotton, with that nice dress, because it doesn't really look like a cotton. It really looks more like a silk blend. Because it's kind of shiny. It's just the weave. I could probably make an evening bodice out of that. I have plenty of extra fabric. So, yeah. So I guess if we did other time periods, it wouldn't be the end of the world for me. Maybe for everybody else, because a lot of them are newer reenactors. But I would have my stuff put together, I guess. Yeah, now I have natural form clothes. So we're going to have to use these at least once a year now, because we put in the effort. And I'm realizing I didn't take as much fabric as I should have back here. Because look at how much, again, my back is like, this is my waist. It's where it needs to fit. And this is a good 2 inches on either side. So that's like 4 inches I gotta take back. And I've taken up a couple inches back there too. So I might just leave it and let it be like a semi-loose bodice. But I guess that's just about everything. So yeah, y'all see the videos and y'all might hear the chaos in my voice sometimes with trying to get things done and like saying, oh, I only have 4 days to get this done and I have this other stuff too. But I don't always mention that, and sometimes I mention it in the videos but it doesn't make it into the final cut because I try to keep the videos under 20 minutes. Yeah, I didn't get everything done I wanted to. I wanted to get a nightgown done, but it was starting to be really, really hot. It's like, so like 2 days before the event, it's like, scrap the nightgown. I'm not doing the nightgown. I don't need the nightgown. It's gonna be hot. It was freaking cold the whole weekend. So it was like 50 degrees and I was like, I could have used a nightgown because I froze myself every single night. So I actually could have used that. I also didn't refinish the parasol or make my 1880s bonnet. I brought my 1870s bonnet, but again, it was too cold and wet and rainy to have a parasol or even go outside my bonnet, so it ended up not needing that as well. So I'm glad I didn't prioritize that. That worked out. Not getting the nightgown done did not work out. Hindsight, I would have not made this, because I didn't need it anyway. I would not have made the evening bodice for the silk. I would have made a nightgown instead with that time. But again, hindsight. And this is done, except for I do probably at some point do need to buff it up even slightly. Like it doesn't have to go all the way up here. It could just go like right here. But I think that's about it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell notification so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. And as always, have a fantastic week. And I'll see you back here in the next one.